What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and you guys know sometimes we talk about leaks, other times we talk about my personal opinions and gripes with Fortnite, and the second is going to be what today's video is about. So this has been an issue that I've been noticing happening more and more. You guys may have recalled a few weeks ago I actually made a video talking about this weird PC crashing issue I was getting, where sometimes the easy anti-cheat wouldn't actually close and it would be using up like 30 to 40% of my RAM, and the only way to really fix that I found, other than, you know, that video where I was like, what is the possible fix, was to quite literally go ahead and go in my task manager, find something called Crash Reporter, close that, and then wait upwards to an hour for the thing that I couldn't close before to close on its own. However, it appears Fortnite keeps getting more and more unstable, because here we are in the main menu, you know, in the lobby and everything else, and you may have noticed when I scroll down here, the discovery menu works fine, all that stuff works, right? But when I scroll up, the entire game freezes for like a whole entire second. So like, you know, I can search through all of these things, right? You know, I can click on OG or whatever else, but the moment I click on any of those, for some reason, the transition that works smoothly going from the upwards to downwards area just lags the entire game for like a second or two. And I've been hearing more and more complaints. Even clicking the locker menu was slow. If I click shop, that's fast. Okay, now these are kind of going a little bit faster. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for it to go, and I clicked on play and it lagged again. So it looks like anytime you load this main play area, there's just a lot of weird lag going on. I've even heard sometimes switching different skins causes lag here and there, so let me go ahead and fix my sorting real quickly. If we switch to, I don't even know, the cheek skin or something. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that took a minute. If I switch over to Danny Phantom, yeah, there is some lag issues going on here. But I honestly just feel like recently, I don't know what it is, right? You know, we've been getting, you know, a few gameplay changes here and there and stuff, but it feels like a lot of stuff like the locker has become a lot laggier for honestly no reason. Like, for example, I understand the whole entire thing with, you know, some of these skins showing a 2D image preview. You saw it a few times like this right here, but it feels like we've been having a lot more issues. Skins taking forever to load into the game, stuff like this error in the top left being like, oh, item could not be downloaded, and more that just make the game feel unintuitive. Now, before we had the whole entire Fortnite system where you'd be able to check or uncheck having pre-streamed assets downloaded, and when you did that, it seemed pretty nice. You know, you wouldn't have to worry about textures or anything else being downloaded locally to your game. But with the newer Fortnite updates, especially with them streaming some of the actual skins, that, or at least, you know, what I think is them streaming the skins, it appears a lot more lag is actually happening now, and a lot more issues are happening on the live game, where sometimes things won't even download to the point where you have to go to another skin and then go back to the skin that wouldn't. This is just. Wait. Huh? Wait. Okay. You should download, right? Okay. Yeah. There we go. You saw it took like 3 or 4 times, just to get Marty McFly to actually download. Now I want to see if that error actually occurs on another skin. I'm going to just equip the skin like that, and okay, there we go. It like reloaded it. We actually managed to get it loaded in and everything, but it just feels a lot buggier, doesn't it? And honestly, in the comments down below, I want you guys to go ahead and leave me any opinions you think about regarding like Fortnite recently, you know, all the lag issues and weird mechanical things that have been happening to you guys that make the game feel a little bit less intuitive, that make you kind of dislike it a little bit more, because I'm hoping since this channel has a decent amount of followers, it can actually get seen more by like Epic Games employees or whatever, and there's a chance that some of these lag issues could actually be fixed. I mean, as I'm talking here, you guys can see I'm like moving through my locker and everything. I'm moving through all the edit styles, and sometimes the entire game is just freezing for a whole entire second. And I had this issue like a few chapters ago in a different way. If you guys recall, a long time ago, when we got like the new quest UI back in like chapter 3, chapter 4 or something like that, there was this issue that was actually happening where you wouldn't be able to like, or I guess I shouldn't say you wouldn't be able to, but whenever you would get like a quest pop up on the top left, that'd be like, oh, quest completed or something, it would completely drop the frames of the game. It would lag the game for like half a second or something, similar to what's happening here, but it would be a lot shorter. And it was even like back when you were like collecting fish and stuff, I have these type of lag issues. However, now it feels like it's just happening more and more, and it's kind of more unavoidable. And it's not even just something that happens, for example, in this menu right here, you know, customizing the skins. It happens like, what is this? I would expect this on my private server, not in actual Fortnite or anything. If I go over to the play menu, it lags again. If I go down here, it lags again. I've even heard issues of people crashing on this lobby screen in the recent few updates, and I'm not really for sure what is actually causing these type of issues to occur, but I do hope that it can get fixed or solved or something, because it feels like we've just been getting the game degrading more and more over the past few updates, since around like the Simpsons season, for example. Because of stuff like easy anti-cheat not closing for upwards to an hour on PC when you close the game, potentially causing your computer to blue screen. Stuff like going down here to the discovery menu, which works perfectly fine, and then going up, which causes everything to lag, even if you don't select anything different, right? You guys can see I have not selected anything different, and I still get lag going up here. And the only thing I can think that's causing the lag here is my sidekick respawning. You know what? Actually, let's unequip the sidekick. Okay, there's some lag. Let's unequip the sidekick real quickly. Go to play. Okay, go down, go up. Nothing is changing here. I still have the same newsfeed in the top left. I still have the same skin equipped. I don't have a sidekick. Nothing is going on here except maybe an idle animation, and there is still lag here, and it makes me really wonder what is going on. And I even seen from Archer, and I'm going to go over to Save the World real quickly to see if this will pop up for us. Apparently going through your different character, like hero loadouts in Save the World can be super duper laggy. Sometimes it will skip from like number 3 to number 9 or whatever, and it's a terrible experience. And I'm honestly just hoping it gets fixed over time, but I really wanted to showcase this so that if you guys are having these similar issues, you can know that you're not like the only ones having it, right? You're not alone with those type of issues. Okay, let's get out of here. I think it's ARM? No, it's Command, yeah. If you go over here, nope, not manage, hero loadout. It's been a minute. We're on hero loadout 2. I'm clicking the button once. I took my hand off the mouse after clicking it, and okay, we went to number 3. Click it again. It went to number 4, and it's just like, what is going on here? Oh, hello? Okay. Let's just go back down one. Can we go down one? Yeah, see, it's super laggy across all places of Fortnite. Save the World, Battle Royale, the main lobby, the locker, for example. And it's like the main place I don't see lag at, right, is the shop. Like, you go over here, I look through the shop, I'm like, maybe I want to buy Tally, but, I don't want to spend V-Bucks or anything right now. And it all works fine, but the moment you go to, like, the locker, the moment you try switching skins or something, the entire game just decides, you know what, we don't want to be a game anymore. We want to be more like a slow, why do we have blue onesie there? Okay, but it's like, we want to be a slow slideshow presentation or something like that. And it just kind of, like, why? Why does this happen? I know this video is a lot more of just complaining than anything, but I'm also noticing if I look over at my OBS, the thing I'm recording on right now, it is telling me encoding overloaded whenever this lag occurs. So I'm going to go ahead real quickly and do some things like open up Task Manager, and we're going to monitor my memory on my computer as these lag spikes occur. So right now, I have around 49% of the memory being used up by my browser, Discord, and Fortnite, and OBS thing I'm recording on right now, and around 10% of my CPU being used around, like, most of that is actually being used by Fortnite. So if we go ahead and we just switch to a skin, my CPU usage is still around 10%, so it's not that out. It spiked up to 20%, but the memory usage is still around like 49%, for example. And every time this lag occurs, it looks like I get a little bit of a spike in my CPU usage, up to like 20%, but then again, it's always around like 15% anyways. So it might not be doing much of an issue here, but it seems like there's some type of roughness going on here that can cause not only Fortnite to lag as you're going through here selecting styles or whatever else, as you guys saw with Onesie. And actually, is there another skin we can showcase that has like a lot of variants that we're able to actually pick through? Because that could be a really good idea here. Okay, we're just I guess I'm not going to be able to really search here because of how slow it's going. I can't really think of anything, but I guess we can just use like Saitama or something real quickly here. It's like whenever you select a style, whenever you select anything in your locker, just that lag occurs. Like, look at that. You guys can see that visually in the video. And it's like both of these have already been loaded in, right? But if I go back here and I click normal Saitama, there is the lag again. And honestly, I feel like it's half part because of the whole entire system they've been doing recently, where they no longer allow you to download the stream textures locally. You have to have everything streamed to your computer now. You'll get like a low quality mesh or something in your files or whatever, but you still have to have all these things streamed. And I think that is causing a lot of lag because I think they're like deloading everything every single time you pick a new option, and it's reloading it in or something. And then stuff like the hero menu over here, where you have like 5 different characters in the background. You see 5 back there, 1 up here. Every time you switch through here, it deloads all 5 of those, plus yourself, and then reloads all of them in a point where I think that could be causing the lag. Of course, that is just a complete random theory I pulled out of my butt, so it could be wrong, but I definitely wish they still had the option, at least on PC, to pre-download this stuff, right? Because it was there before, and then with this chapter, they just completely removed that option. They also removed the option to pick which languages you wanted installed and not. So it feels like we get a lot more textures and stuff streamed to us, and a lot more things that end up lagging the game and being more apparent, while they're not really ready to be here and be experienced by us due to these random lag issues and due to these things that are so prevalent that I feel I need to make a video on it because of the fact that, I haven't really played Fortnite too much recently, so, I haven't been able to really experience this myself, but I've heard multiple people, especially with this update, being like, has the game lagging more for anyone? Has anyone else been crashing recently? And if I'm able to just go in here, click randomly in my locker, click randomly going up and down in the discovery menu and experience these lag issues, then there's gotta be a problem that is more than just, oh, you got a bad computer or something like that, right? So feel free to use comments down below and let me know your thoughts on everything going on with Fortnite recently, all the random bugs and stuff we've been having. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.